Well, my granny always say, you never see smoke without fire. So anyway you see the smoke, fire did there. Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Let me put my disclaimer out before I even go any further. These are not my words. This is me gathering information that is floating out in the universe, and I am delivering it to the audience. I don't believe, nor do I not believe. In other words, me no have no share and part in a this. I just want y'all to hear what I'm hearing and see what I am seeing. Alright? Somebody all the way from England post this in my chat room, and they said the real reason why Daryl Vaz lost his visa. Come on, we talk about it. So everybody has been busy speculating online about the reason for the revocation of Philip Paulwell's visa. Some of the stories read like an action movie, some like a thriller, and others appear to come straight from Fantasyland, Jano. Yet, as we read and digest the Disney-like fantasy about Paulwell's revocation, we hear no reason at all for the revocation of Daryl Vaz's diplomatic and visitor's visa. Them take away him diplomatic and visitor's visa. So me never know that. I did not know. I thought they just took away his visitor's visa, but it would make sense to relieve him of both visas then, because he would definitely be able to fly on the diplomatic if he did not get. But to say that even in visitor's visa and diplomatic visa get taken away is like, you cannot travel here no matter what. If you come under business, you can't come in here. If you come as just a regular person, we still don't want you in here. That's the message that was sent. The diplomatic visa, which is granted under right of passage clauses of the Geneva Convention, give ministers and diplomats a free pass to do the country's business. Him get fee, take away. So why would the US take away the diplomatic visa and the B1, B2 visas, visitors visas, on October 8th without a specific incident which breached the understandings under which the visa is granted? Why? The US government will tell you that there are material breaches by Minister Vaz, which caused the State Department, FBI, and the DEA, Federal Bureau of Investigation and Drug Enforcement Agency, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and State Department, to all agree on the revocation and cause pressure on Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Let me read that part there again. So the US government will tell you, because people are asking, so why would the US take away the diplomatic visa and the B1 and B2 visitors visa on October 8th without a specific incident which breached the understandings under which the visa is granted? And then them say, the US government will tell you that there are material breaches by Minister Vaz which caused the State Department, the FBI, and the DEA to all agree on the revocation and cause pressure on Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The incident involved Vaz's travel to Mexico City to collect kickbacks from his Moon Palace Resorts connections for his role in the Rooms on the Beach deal, a prime Jamaican property. The payment of US $2 million were made through the Jamaican commissioned agent, but Mr. Vaz collected $475,000 US in Mexico City. Bombo. The financial transaction flowed through the US bank system, and Mr. Vaz was fingered, and when consolidated with US real estate and huge construction workers at his house in Portland. Let me read that part again. So hold on there. They are saying that he traveled to Mexico to collect some sneaky money, some kickback. The incident involved Vaz traveled to Mexico City to collect kickbacks from his Moon Palace Resort connections for his role in the Rooms on the Beach deal, a prime Jamaican property. The payment of US $2 million were actually made through the Jamaican commissioned agent, but Mr. Vaz collected $475,000 US in Mexico City. Then how we bring that back? I want to get in a check in our duffel bag. What? The financial transaction flowed through the US banking system, and Mr. Vaz was fingered. Then point him out. And when consolidated with US real estate and huge construction works at his own house in Portland, Vaz was sanctioned. These funds were also used to acquire additional properties in Portland near Monkey Island. The Moon Palace money also led to the Prime Minister, who made a huge and illegal cash lodgement to First Global Bank in New Kingston. Me dare a stamp me foot. What the granny back foot box cover a go on round ya. The money, Lord God. The Moon Palace money also led to Prime Minister Holness, who made a huge and illegal cash lodgement in First Global Bank in New Kingston, which the US authorities have flagged because it violated US laws. The deposit was not reported as the law requires, and this caused the bank officer, who is a strong JLP supporter and acted as NHT chairman, to be fired. Me granny. He has since been rehired at Jamaica National Bank by Curtis Martin. The investigation at the bank has been blocked by Senator Don Weeby, a JLP senator and chairman of GK Financial Services. However, the US FBI officers who came to Jamaica remain concerned about the transactions. The name Andrew Holness itself, along with Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson, came up for visa revocation within the State Department. Now somebody said to me, SouFLo, you're all idiot boy. The Prime Minister travel under diplomatic papers, so them can't revoke no visa from him. Well, I don't profess to know everything. I'm not up on the inside, so I don't know. But as far as Vaz goes, if you notice, them take with him visitor's visa and them take with him diplomatic visa, right? So I'm guessing our Prime Minister has visitor's visa as well as diplomatic visa, and I am guessing that they can revoke both if they so choose to. So again, the name Andrew Holness itself, along with Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson, came up for visa revocation within the State Department. The US authorities believe that Mr. Vaz is at the center of racketeering, money laundering, and other financial crimes, and their investigation in the US is pointing to the threatening the very existence of the Holness government. This matter is far from over. This matter will continue to be investigated, and there are more things to come. Shout out to the person from England who linked me in my chat room. Big up yourself for that one, because I have something substantial now to share with the audience. Anyhow, on top of that now, somebody else sent me this one, which I will now give you a little taste. So, this is one I say. Yesterday we look at Paul Well's visa revocation from the advantage point of local knowledge. And today we are going to look at it from the PNP, People's National Party perspective. The straw that broke Paul Well's back. So, the US has always had an eye on Paul Well, and WikiLeaks will tell you that they always knew that he was corrupt. Before the leadership, let me stop again and say this. I am making another disclaimer. I am reading information that has already been published to the public. This is not SouFLoTV putting this together and coming to tell you this to tarnish anybody's name. Matter of fact, these are not my own thoughts. These are readings of material already published to the public. I intend to harm no one with the release of this information. I am just telling the people what is out there. So, take it away again, Mr. DJ, from the top. Alright. So, yesterday, we look at Paul Well's visa revocation from the advantage point of local knowledge. Today, we are going to look at it from the PNP perspective. The straw that broke Paul Well's back. The straw that broke Paul Well's back. So, the US has always had an eye on Paul Well, and WikiLeaks will tell you that he has always been corrupt and them always did know. Before the leadership race, Bunting knew Paul Well was being watched by the US because of his connection with Claricel and the election money he got from Venezuela in 2016, as well as the many corruption scandals he has been involved in. Bunting went to Phillips and asked to be leader of opposition business after his US intelligence handler told him about the new investigations into Paul Well and their discomfort that Phillips had such a man at the top of the party. Phillips said no and offered Bunting campaign manager, which Bunting felt was a setup and a way for Phillips to get him to fund the next election. Anyway, after the leadership race, Bunting asked Phillips to make him leader of opposition business, but Peter said no and promoted Comrade Guy instead. Bunting was also very upset because even after taking away from Paul Well's leader of opposition business, Peter decided to give Paul Well campaign manager and leave Bunting with nothing. He was not even offered. Bunting feels that the education portfolio is like a demotion, and he is still upset that Peter did not include some of his supporters like Comrade Campbell. Sources in US intelligence says that Bunting then began providing the US with the information they needed to complete the picture on Paul Well's business dealings and to work with Venezuela as well. Bunting has been keeping an intelligence file on Paul Well since he was National Security Minister. What a kakamemi story come to bump ka so. What is this? You hear this? Bunting has been keeping an intelligence file on Paul Well since he was National Security Minister. What a something. The file includes information on the role Paul Well played in the Petrojam issues and how he is helping Maduro get information on Jamaica's plans for Petrojam, even getting a local law firm to represent Venezuela against the government. The file also has information and court documents of Paul Well's connections with East Kingston Dons, including pictures of meetings between Paul Well and a prominent Don. The US now has this file. Me granny backfoot then. So if he do this, I was party him go live in Venezuela, him go live or him move to America because you know. Say something in a something and something a go happen and something a go fly and lick off something head. But anyway, let me keep talking. US intelligence also has information about Paul Well's relationship with a prominent female lawyer involved in money laundering and corruption who wasn't recently disbarred. Bunting has now cleared the way to leadership as Paul Well has been destroyed by the US. What a granny backfoot. So this is the dirty game of politics as it is played. Now, people, one more disclaimer before I close. I'm going to say this. It sounds sweet. Listen to it again. It reads really like a Hollywood movie. Politicians them been corrupt, man. And we all know that, but we as regular people, we can't point out anything because we're not on the inside. So we don't know the intel, the details, you know what I'm saying? So we're on the outside looking in. So when we see little information like these that reads like a good novel, we curl up on the couch and we, you know, when you have a day off from work and your favorite book or your favorite author puts out a new published book and you just go pick it up and sit down and read it. This is how this read. Or this is like my favorite Netflix series right now. Cause me just there glued to the thing. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. A lot of names have been called and a lot of accusations have been made. And like I said in my two other disclaimers, don't blame me. This is not SouFLoTV's words. I am giving you information that has already been made public to the whole wide world. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.